Hello, welcome back to episode 3 to the road to OTS season 2, where this is the second last locals before the OTS. So we have this locals, we have next week's locals, and then it's the OTS. And I still don't know what deck I'm playing. After last week, I wasn't reflecting on it, I wasn't all that happy with how I was performing with the deck. I definitely wasn't playing it as optimally as I could have for Ubel Fiendsmith. And so that's why I know in the end of last week's video, I said that I was going to run back Blue Eyes Fiendsmith. That's not happening. I'm going to take Ubel Fiendsmith one last time, see how I feel, see how I perform with the deck, and then worst case scenario, if I'm not happy with my performance, then Blue Eyes Fiendsmith will be the list that I bring for the OTS. So yeah, that's that. I'm up, I'm showered. I have about an hour or two before my bus into town to go get some grub. I went up to Dublin yesterday, so I'm still recovering from that one, and yeah, that's basically it. There's not really much more to say. That it's the same deck list as before, and yeah, let's see how things go. So apparently I'm the good luck guru, and I've been given a pack by a friend to try and pull him another ulti. So let's see. And no, but I did pull him a sequence. So there he goes.
Thank you.
And now it's time for my 2 OTS packs to see what I can pull. See if I get the ulti again. And I got a Ghost Trick Doll. And then in the other, I pulled a token. Okay, so I forgot my power bank at home. So I could only record one duel, which is why you're actually going to get this probably early on Wednesday instead of the Friday like normal. And round 1, I lose because I'm going up against Malice. And what's the one thing that I decided to actually take out from my side deck? Because nobody in my locals plays Malice anymore. Lancia. So I got shafted game 1. Though it was an easy, perfect back and forth, But I made mistakes game 1. I could have actually probably taken it down. And which probably could have resulted in a game 3 where I might have taken it down then. And that simply, I forgot my Fiendsmith effects, in Graveyard, where I could have, the moment he started doing plays, I could have got one of my Fiendsmiths back on field by shuffling Lacrima back in, and I could have even gotten Engraver out by doing something similar to that, and that could have given me the game. But it was literally just, it was a fun back and forth, and I had no real issues with the duel, apart from that little mistake that I made. As always, it's a good game, definitely need to remember those Fiendsmith effects engraved that I can use. Then round 2, I get paired up against someone playing Horse Orchest, and I surprisingly lost that game. And that is simply because I just was not opening the best. Though I did take down a game from that one. I did take down game 2. I went to game 3, and ultimately I lost because of the gold sarcophagus being able to send to grave instead of, when one of his monsters attacks, which then kind of gives him a redeclare that he's able to do. And because he'd have multiple guys on field, that then resulted in me getting mollywopped. So that means going into the third round, which is the one that I did film, I'm not even 3, it's 0-2. And I said to myself, if I lost this game, I'll just drop. I won't bother playing the last game. Because I was also tired, I went up to Dublin the day before, so I'm still recovering from that. But anyway, here is the game 2 for you, round 3 duel for you to enjoy.
Round 3 begins, and I'm up against Connor like last week. I win the die roll and go first, and start with the usual Fiendsmith combo, and make Wave High King Caesar. I then start with my Ubel plays, and my opponent banishes one of my guys for Magma Hunt, which I could have stopped with Wave High King Caesar, but I forgot, so I didn't get a chance to make Desiree, but end on Wave High King Caesar, Phantom of Ubel, Samsara D Lotus, and Yama. My opponent draws for turn and starts by normal summoning a life twin monster, which he then links into Evil Twin Kisakil Deal and attempts to activate its effect. He pays the cost, but I chain Phantom Pop itself, then change the effect to Pop a Ubel in deck. Ubel gets Terra Incarnate, then Throne brings back Ubel. My opponent then tries to use a live twin Engraves to bring itself back, but I tribute Lotus to pop Terror instead. My opponent then links into Evil Twin Kisakil and tries to use its effect, which I chain Wave High King Caesar. Next, my opponent sends Engraver to add Tract, but I ash it. Then he tries to use its effect to bring itself back, which is when I chain Wave High King Caesar to negate. He then links into Requiem and tributes itself to special summon Lacrima, which dumps Engraver, and from here I shuffle my Lacrima back in to the deck and bring out Sequence from graveyard. My opponent then overlays into Typhon, sends Sequence back into the extra deck, and is then forced to attack my Ubel and passes turn back to me. I draw for turn, do a bit of plays, and then go for game. Game 2, I may go second. My opponent doesn't do much as I ash one of his life twins, and he goes almost full Fiendsmith combo, ending with Desiree with 2 equips and passes turn. I draw for turn and don't make a far as I banish his Engraver to special summon Magma Hunt, then I normal summon Samsara and attempt to use its effect but get ashed, so I scoop to go to game 3. Game 3, I opt to go first. I start with the basics, summon Samsara, tribute for Spirit, Spirit then add Pain, activate it, then I use it to pop Terror to add Gruesome, which I special summon to pop Spirit, which nets me Yubel. Then I make Phantom and get nibbed, but I chain Phantom to change the nib effect to dodge it and destroy Terror. The Terror that I shuffled back in to the deck. From here I start with my Fiendsmith combo and I go to use Sequence Effect. That's when I get hit with Ogre, so I banish Terror to special summon Magma Hunt, then I banish Gruesome to bring back Phantom, set one pass. In end phase, I pick up Baldrake from Magma Hunt. My opponent draws for turn and imperms Phantom, then normal summons Live Twin Kisakill and tries to use its effect, which I Ash. Then I banish his Ogre to special summon Baldrake. He links into an Evil Twin, which is when I use Baldrake's effect to banish it by sending Magma Hunt to the grave, then sets one and passes turn. I draw for turn and proceed to take down game 3, meaning going into the final round I'm currently 1 win and 2 loss.
So yeah, going into the final round, I am 1-1. Well, it's not 1-1. 1 win, 2 losses. And so I get paired up against someone who I've gone up against a few times as well. Blue Eyes player. And that was I'm not going to say a easy victory. It was for game 1. Even losing the die roll and going second, I still managed to claw my way to a victory on that one. He just didn't open the best, and I had a few interruptions for him. And then game 2, I was like, I didn't like my opening hand, which was something like double Samsara plus it was Dark Beckoning Beast, and then 2 D shifters that I had sided in. Not D shifters, D barriers. And so after after one of my guys got negated, I was like, fuck it, let's just go to game 3. And so game 3, I go first and I pop off. I go full combo. But actually, what I remember as well from game 1 was I managed to still go full Fiendsmith combo through Nibiru. I had just gotten Caesar out, because I caught a glimpse that he had a nib in his hand. So I was like, okay, let's make Caesar, try to make Caesar beforehand. And it was when I made Caesar, he tried to nib me, which I used its effect, and then he effect railered me. So the nib still went through. But then I managed to cross, because at that point I hadn't even done any of my Yubel plays. So I started a bit of my Yubel plays, and then eventually I was like, oh, I can link the token off or something to go into sequence, because all it says is 1 Light Fiend, and so that's what I did and took it down. And then game 3 again went full combo, passed to him. He tried to Lightning Storm me, which forced me to Desiree. Then he tried to do a few more things, which I had used Phantom for. So I ended up having 1 regular Yubel plus 2 spirits, and then the Desiree. And I also flipped up Dimensional Barrier on him, calling Synchro. And so he gets 2 level 8s on field, and he overlays them into number 107. And I was like, okay, good. Because then he went to battle phase. He activated its effect. I said, effect resolves. When he activates the effect, I go Shingo Spell. And that got rid of his 107, and we burst out laughing at that point. Because there's nothing he could do. So he passes it back to me. I draw for turn into another Ghost Spell. But then I just make Veridos and because at that point Desiree still has the three like 6,400, and then Veritas had 3K. So that was game, and so I took it down. So again, finishing 2-2. Now I'm still not happy with the way the deck is performing, and that's because I run 41 cards. And after talking with the other Ubel player, who isn't really much of a Ubel player anymore, the last time he played Fiendsmith Ubel was actually at the last OTS that we done back in February. So I'm going to up my ratios on a lot of things. I'm going to change around the deck. So instead of being 41 cards, I might go for 45, maybe 50. We'll see how it goes. Because that's it. Literally, we have one more regular locals, and then it's the OTS. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize for not getting more duels recorded. I literally thought I had put my my power bank in my bag, because by the time the event was starting, I had 60% battery left. So I knew I only had enough juice for one duel. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you all next Friday for episode 4, the series, the not the series finale, but the episode before the finale. I'll see you all next time.